there's a talk that the NCAA could expand the tournament to 96 teams. Where do you stand on that?
I've been a proponent of expansion when we were at 32 and 48, and I think the 64 team has been elegant. It's been successful in every way that can be measured. Anybody who pushes for expansion has got to carry the burden as to why. What are the reasons? What are the negatives? What are the positives? What are the consequences in terms of who would receive those 31 additional berths? How would the revenue, be shared? What is the impact on the regular season in terms of dilution? I do think the 64-team tournament is an elegant structure, maybe the best structure of any postseason in any sport, amateur or professional. It's really been quite successful. I understand the need to investigate and explore, and my point was not a stop sign, but an orange light to slow down, make sure everybody understands why we're doing what we're doing, and then try to make a determination.
I mean, at what point do you stop chasing the money, so to speak, and at the risk of ruining what you already have? I mean, is that a big question?
Yeah, I think that is a question. For the NCAA, the reality is they have a single revenue stream. About 90% plus of their revenue comes from the NCAA men's basketball tournament. They may not have the luxury of looking at this in as a person would that had multiple assets to manage, and that probably would tend to make them a little more conservative.
The Big Ten tournament, I think it'll be your third year in Indianapolis. You have a 5-year deal with them. How has that worked out? Will the tournament ever return back to Chicago?
Yeah, well, the conference was founded in Chicago, and we debuted the tournament here in Chicago. But we put the tournament up for bid, 5 years ago, and Indianapolis won that bid. And so, we'll probably put it up for bid again at the end of this.
Would the conference ever look to rotating the tournament to various, you got Minneapolis, you got Detroit, Milwaukee perhaps, big cities.
I think there's a possibility we would do that, Ed. We were here for 3 years, and then we rotated it, and then we've been in Indy, and we'll have Indy for a 5-year basis. So I think we'll look at all of that. Are we better off rotating? Are we better off alternating? Are we better off, in a single place? But I think that clearly is an alternative that we'll look at when we bid it out.